Greetings and welcome to our daily walk through the scripture for October the 27th. Your readings today find you wrapping up Jeremiah, starting in chapter 51, verses 54, going all the way to the end of Jeremiah, chapter 52. You're also reading Titus chapter 3, Psalm 100, and Proverbs chapter 26, verses 18 and 19. So we come across the end of Jeremiah, and there's a bit of a postscript that you get in chapter 52. Now, most scholars believe that this was written after Jeremiah. It was added on by his scribe. Doesn't make it any less legitimate because all of Jeremiah was pretty much written by a scribe, okay? And you can see it accounted in several different instances within the letter of Jeremiah that there are moments where we see very obviously that there's a scribe. So we think, though, that this was a postscript, and it kind of recaps everything that Jeremiah said was going to happen and the people that were going to do it, the people that were involved. It's almost like an epilogue in a story. And so we read this and we see that God did exactly what God was going to do. That God has a plan, and that God has a desire for each and every single one of us to ultimately come to relationship with Him and come to trust Him and serve Him. And when we don't, we face consequences. These aren't necessarily consequences of the magnitude of what the people of Israel felt, but these were consequences that God said they're going to happen if we choose to ignore what He does. Now, most consequences aren't quite that severe, though they can be. Other consequences, though, are missing out on the things that God has for us. And that's where Titus comes in today. There are moments, and I can think of at least one in my life, where I had an opportunity to extend the gospel to someone, and I didn't. It happened way back in high school, and I had a gentleman whom I'd kind of been building a relationship with, and it was clear that he wanted to develop a deeper friendship, and I missed it. I don't know what I was doing, what I was thinking, and our relationship didn't get a chance to flourish, and I'd never get a chance to share Jesus with him because I missed it. And that's why Paul encourages Titus to be ready for every good work. Okay? In other words, look for the opportunities. I am a believer that if you open your eyes and look for the opportunities to glorify God, you will be given the opportunities to glorify God. If you are blinded to those, conversely, you miss out on the opportunity to serve God. And we see this, I think, scripturally throughout the New Testament when Jesus tells his disciples to pay attention we see the parable of the talents. We see all of those different things where someone looked for the opportunity and as a result, they were given more opportunity. And I believe that's what it's talking about. When we're looking for opportunities to advance God's kingdom, we are given more opportunities to advance God's kingdom, to be a blessing to others and to be blessed by others. And I've seen this happen all throughout my life, throughout my wife's life. I mean, she's an incredibly merciful woman, and when she finds opportunities, she takes them, she jumps on them, and she serves them. And it's a beautiful thing to see those things, and those continue to happen time and time again. And this is what Paul's saying of, be obedient, be ready for every good work, be looking for opportunities to make sure that we are advancing the gospel. But we also do that in our testimony, and that's what Paul's talking about here when he says, be ready for it, don't speak evil to anyone, avoid quarreling, be gentle, show perfect courtesy. In other words, set yourself up for opportunities to glorify God. Create these opportunities by being a person that people look at and go, this person is different. I want to know why. It's all about how we conduct ourselves. It's all about, are we looking for the opportunities for the gospel? If we are looking for the opportunities for the gospel, it changes how we respond and react to situations. It changes how we look at other people, changes how we treat these people, because we no longer look at them as inconveniences for our busy days, but instead we look at them as opportunities to serve them and love them because God loved them first. So that's your challenge for today. That's your challenge going forward, is to look at these opportunities. Look for ways to serve others. If you're looking for ways to honestly glorify God first, you'll find opportunities to serve others, and you'll find a way to advance God's kingdom, and you'll get more opportunity to do that. In my opinion, that is a far better blessing than some of these name it, claim it things that go around. An opportunity to serve God rather than serve myself, I'll take it. All right, that's it for today. We'll talk more next time.